Okay, so this is the next video, and it will all will be about how we develop research questions. So this is basically the step one in our research, not on a process. Okay, this is where we start. Now, how do we develop research questions? I'm going to be tattling between kanang PowerPoint presentation and my other screens. Okay, so first one is that bottom line is that for kanang kuan, in how do we develop research questions? We read. We just continue and keeping on reading. Okay. So one, let's read research papers. So research papers are widely available on the internet, but you can readily search them through Google Scholar na search engine. So okay, ano ang logo sa Google Scholar? Unya, dapat if like you're not aware what research papers are, so I'm going to demonstrate, like for example, unsa kintahay ka ng kuan naong anang research paper nga naa sa nga pwede niyo ma-search it sa Google Scholar. So let's say kintahay kay let's go to the other let's try to end this kuan daw. Separate na. So let's say nagkananggikan ka no sa Google Scholar, no? So you just search Google Scholar, dire, yung mo pop up na siya. And then search the topic na ganahan nimo i-search. You want to kanang test kung makaya ba sa inyo ha. So let's say nga eggshell as adsorbent for wastewater. So naanay series of mga research paper links na manggawas nga coming from different na mga sources, from Springer, from Elsevier, from like Hindawi, so on and so forth. So kaning like for example manikintahin yung potential ninyo nga topic nga about ana. So alternative local this is what ni usually nga makita nato sa mga sites, di ba? Usually ang abstract ra to makitaan, pero there's actually a way around this. Okay, honestly, this is what you call a kanang link to a research paper. So ana siya, i-search, if maka-search mo research paper nga dili na kailangan og bayad, mas maayo. Pero wala ra po'y problema kung naibayad, because there is a way to access research paper articles for free. Okay? Nga mana kung kanang personal na akong conviction, research articles or knowledge should be free. It should not be taxed. It should not be dili siya dapat naibayad. So let's try now. First step would be searching in scientific na journal. So we can get that through Google Scholar and clicking on the links. And then we get the DOI and then feed the DOI to a Sci-Hub na port. So I don't know if you know about Sci-Hub, but Sci-Hub is a website naman ang iyahang URL where you can get research articles for free. So let's look at the previous na tong example kanina. So let's say we want na nawara good, it has a price pa jud. It wants us to buy the article PDF for 39.95 nga dollars. So okay, let's save ka na. Let's go to scihub.com or let's see. So if yung nga case, unsa ba ng DOI di ay? So the DOI is somewhat like kanang address or ID sa ana nga type of research paper if you want it. So for Springer link, usually for Springer na mga articles, din na nila explicitly say or pakita kung saan DOI. Pero kung nasa ka sa Elsevier, this is what it will look like. The DOI would be kani nga portion sa iyang makita na siya. So kung kadto ang iyahang article, ang iyang sa Springer is that money siya ang iyahang DOI. So we just copy this and then place this sa Sci-Hub, and then if it's available sa ilahang repository, then mugawas ang PDF. So you get a research article for free, and then you download it. You see this button right here. So, mana siya, alternative low-cost absorbent for water and wastewater decontamination. Ana siya, so on and so forth. So, could make a good nga research paper. Ganahan mo pursue, ana. Okay. So, that's all for the demonstration. Let's try to go back sa itong presentation. Oh. So, mana siya. Next would be reading of abstracts of research paper. So, I don't know what to know about kanang the parts of a research paper, but the abstract is actually the gist of the research paper. So, okay, murag ang total nga kanang summary murag kanang kuan ba kanang kuan gi-shorten lang na makita na siya sa abstract. So, from there, you can readily obtain the focus variables of the study as well as the results and findings. Aside from that, napakita na to earlier ng abstract. So, okay na to. We also need to read the recommendation sections of research papers. There are some research papers do nga walay recommendation section. Pero sa katong mga naa, like there is actually after sa conclusions nga section, they usually place a recommendation nga section nga for the next set or next generation of researchers if interesado sila nga hatagan sila idea on what to do. So this is what it looks like. Kani siya nga title, Guava, Psidium guavaja leaves crave for banana, shelf life preservation. This is actually a study nga developed from your previous ninyo nga previous ninyong mga ates and kuyas dito sa DCPNHS and then mao ni ang iyahang list of recommendations. So, iyang gilist down dito ang in order to like improve the study or improve the product in itself because it's expected na ang inyong practical research too would be something nga murag tailored for the capstone nga requirement of your track for STEM at least. So, kani siya for money usually mabutang for future researchers, further studies can be done to search for other plant alternative in containing flavonoids, carotenoids, or those having antioxidants. So, tungod kay those are the ingredients nga ano for banana shelf life preservation. Yeah, so ano siya. You can read all about this. Aside from that, it would also be nice to read literature reviews. So literature reviews are different from ordinary. It's a type of research article, pero it's not the same same like an ordinary research article nga where people would collect data ba. So mag-experiment sila or that mag-collect sila data from a survey or from a niche and so on and so forth. Pero these are research papers about other research papers, okay? These are research papers nga mo summarize the result sa usa ka research topic. So kuan siya summary na siya. It's a review. Wala sila data. Ang only means of data collection nga gibuhat ana nga type of study would be the studies of other people nga related sa ana nga topic. So it's really a good nga source for ideas kung asa mo ganahan mo continue sa story about ana nga field. Okay, kay mo na naman nag-summarize everything like so far kung unsa gibuhat sa uban, unsa pa may wala nabuhat. So that's where you come in. So on and so forth. Nga mas makuan siya sayon rin siya pinpoint because it's usually if makakita mo sa inyong gi-search sa Google naman jud ka ng word nga review. So like for example, climate change response at the farm level, a review of farmers awareness and adaptation strategies in developing countries. So it's kani nga article, it's a review lang yun of kanang mga existing nga previous nga studies nga similar ang iyahang um similar ang field of study. So it's about farmers awareness and adaptation strategies. Same lang sad for like for example nickel-based nanoparticles as absorbents in water purification method. So it is a review. Pwede rin yun siya ma-search online. Yeah, same lang yapon sa Google Scholar if you want. So, yeah. So, money siya. This is the reason why teamwork is a necessity. Okay? Kailangan jud mo magtinabangay sa inyong group, sa inyong team because that will be your saving grace for this subject. Communication and collaboration with teammates is needed in order to achieve the desired outcome sa time frame you provide. So, yeah. if kaya, like, don't be pabida mong your grupo, kanang if di mo kaya mag-isa unless you're superhuman, pero, like, if kaya ninyo, di kaya ninyo, like, that's really up to you. At kanang when ka groups, like, it also has its pros and cons. Ang pros is that namutabang ninyo, pero ang cons is that magdepende mo sa ilahasad, mag-agad mo sa ilahasad. So, as much as possible kamo as a team, you need to be proactive. Okay, guys? And yeah, aside from that, when it comes to looking for a research question or looking for a research topic, you need to take the most practical things into consideration. Like for example, the first question, kaya ba sa budget? Okay? If you pursue this topic, like kailangan na mo mag-project dahil kung pila inyong magasto. Kaya ba ninyo nga kuha na sa inyong group niya? Consider ba ya nga you need to do multiple trials if kadang sa inyong project-based na study. So, it means na kailangan mo magbalik-balik og trial. So, dili lang siya kausa buhaton. Okay? Secondly, like, do you have access to the materials itself? So, it would be better if like the materials unta nga inyong gigamit would be something pod nga dili makakos nga dako mo gasto. But that's why I usually kinda recommend na valorization studies ang inyong i-pursue. Unsa na valorization? So valorization is a process of um adding value to materials nga that would have been otherwise thrown away. You're adding value to something ba nga murag waste material na unta siya pwede na kanang apil na isugnod na unta siya sa kalasangan. Pero tungod sa iyong study, you're adding value to it. You're adding monetary value to it. Na at the same time, is it capstone worthy? I've already told you guys about or rather oriented you about unsa ng capstone project yun sa mga guidelines ana it's much more way stricter than the kanang requirements sa research ng subjects. Yeah, and for example, other na po na question is that do the skill set within your group complement? So kanang kuan this is regarding with your kanang kuan like team effort ninyo, okay? So and also relating sa inyong topic kay like basin naamoy usa ka groupmate dira nga kanang kuan pa mas kahibaw pa about sa topic compared sa the rest. So you already have that advantage. Pero nga na ba, at least you don't stop kanang kuan as much as possible in research that kailangan na amoy agi. You need to not be idle in this subject. Okay? So, and also, you should have enough room for trial and error because that's all you are going to do sa nga subject. It's also what I'm going to be doing sa nga subject is that igor ako mo guide ninyo. But I won't be able to guide you if you won't take steps forward. Bahalag nakamurit siyang agi because mana ang ako ang role in all of this. Okay? And lastly is data collection doable within 2 to 3 months. Okay? So, naman mo time limit. So, paring kamuti nga ang inyong pag-collect sa data, kay experimental man ang inyong study journey, kay tungod kay pag-capstone lagi dapat. Kay, kaya ba na siya within 2 to 3 months? So, mana siya. Those are some of the practical things nga to take into consideration when it comes to making a research topic. So kani siya so kanang it all lead to unsa inyong first ninyo nga performance task. So ang span ani nga performance task sa kanang for performance task 1 is that it starts from September 5, so that's Monday or today if ma-release na ma-view ninyo na today until 16, which would be next week. Because what they're going to do nga during or until the topic is finalized and approved. So what they're going to do is that katong akong i-display sa class. Okay? Let's go here. You guys are going to kuan. You guys are going to make a literature log about your kanang kuan sa inyong select og topic. Okay. So, I've already talked to you. I hope nga nakabasa na mo about independent na variables. I've already sent the link. So man inyuhang buhaton. So ino naman may team name, di ba? So magama mo og Google Sheet. Isuwat ninyo ang inyong team name here and then you share it with your groupmates niya tapos i-share sa ako roxanmarielumotos@deped.com. So kani siya after you're sharing you follow this kanang format. So starting mag-monitor ko, mag-grade ko starting September 5. It means nga sa kada I'm expecting na tulo ka book sheets ani nga tulo ka topics. Okay? So that's topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. Kay nganong kailangan multiple nga topics kay kanang kuan in case na like for example di ko maayon or di ko ma-convince sa inyong first inyo nga topics na may other nga gina-propose na mga topics. Okay. So man na siya. Unsa pa? So let's say kanang kuan, let's say September 5. Oh, September 5. So usa ka member dapat yun siya at this date nga September 5 dapat siya ay maka-contribute siya makabasa siya at least usa ka study nga related sa adto nga topic nga gina-present. Okay, let me just okay. And then kuan what do you call this oy? And then cite taon sa independent variables and also the summary of the results. Yeah, that's it. Okay? So kaya kailangan sa kada sheet 9 and 3 ang kada member. All right? So I would expect 3 topics here and then we are going to finalize that inig ka 4th week 4. Kay mara natong buhaton mag-consultation na ta. And yeah, that will be all. I hope nga matunong tatanan guys. Thank you very much.